Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video, and today we are bringing you the review of Godzilla Minus One. And if I'm being honest with you, that was a film, a masterpiece, a fantastic experience that you have to experience in the cinema. Honestly, Godzilla Minus One was probably one of my favorite films of this year. I am a big fan when it comes to like monster movies and such. Like Godzilla versus King Kong was literally one of my favorite films. Like I absolutely love that film. I was going crazy in the cinema with that, and I went to watch it in 4DX. And man, it was such a great experience, and it's something I always like to relive. But having the Japanese version of Godzilla come back to the big screen, especially in the UK, this is a big deal. This is a very big deal. And I don't think a lot of people actually realize how much of a big deal it is until you actually go and watch it. So this is what my reviews are going to be about. Just to let you know, I am not a critic. I'm not a professional when it comes to reviewing films. I just want to talk about them. I just like talking about them. I like expressing my excitement about the films, and I just want to showcase to you how much of a good film this is. And you'll probably see a lot more of these videos in the future as well, because I do go to the cinema quite often. So yeah, man, I hope you guys sit tight, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, so Godzilla Minus One. Oh man. So I'm not gonna talk too much about like the in-depths of the film itself. I don't really like doing that for a lot of people, like talking about the storyline or anything. I just would rather the person to actually experience the film firsthand. But if you haven't already looked on the storyline, then you probably already know what it's all about. But I just want to talk more about like the whole experience of the film, the cinematography, the acting, the soundtracks, special effects, and so forth. And it's not the best looking film ever, and I think that's what makes the film so great. It's that the whole film looks like a really, really old Godzilla film, but with great special effects. It's such a weird blend of old, cheesy, but good at the same time. And the special effects of Godzilla, the CGI and everything looked great actually. Like again, it's not the best. It's never gonna be as good as what the American or Hollywood version of Godzilla looks like, but it looks great. I think the design of Godzilla was really, really well done. Like it's obviously taken inspiration or pretty much just a new version of what the original Godzilla looks like, but it's so much more modern. The special effects that they added to him as well, especially when it comes to like his blue beam, really, really good. Like you can probably see it on the on the TV right there. Really great stuff. Honestly, the design fantastic, and honestly, the cinematography was really great as well. Like I feel like they didn't use modern day cameras to film this. I can guarantee you that it just really looked pretty old. Old in a good way though. Um, but like the acting as well, again, some of the best acting you'll probably find this year when it comes to any sort of Japanese films. Like I do watch quite a few of them, and I watch cinema in general, and like it's great. It's really, really good. It's very emotional as well. Like it really attaches you to the characters and the storyline itself. Like you actually feel for the characters. And there's one person I really don't want to mention right now, but like again, you really, really feel for them. And it really brings the human side of what these films are to life. I think that's what the American version of the Godzilla films kind of lack, is that it really only focuses on the actual monsters itself and doesn't really focus on the human side as well. Which I suppose that's what people go to the cinema for, but at the same time, it's kind of like if you want people to be engaged without having so much action, you need to have a good storyline. You need to have characters that people actually care about. That's what it's all about. And that's just like movies in general, right? I mean, you have to have a good character lead or anything like that. Like, you need to have good development. If you don't have good development, it just doesn't work. And this film has amazing development with their characters and a very baseline story as well. So yeah, like really, really top notch right there. But the soundtrack as well is honestly so fantastic. Like I immediately downloaded the soundtrack as soon as the movie finished, and I was listening to it while I was going home. And man, like I was just reliving the moments of when you see Godzilla and you hear the original theme song as well. It was one of those things where it made me feel like a child again. Because I remember I used to watch like the old Godzilla films in my uncle's house and such, and like it was all black and white and whatnot. Like I back then I didn't really appreciate movies, but like now when I look back to it, I'm like, wow, like it makes me feel like a child again. And that's what I loved about this film. It's definitely for the fans. I don't think it's for everyone personally, especially because the whole film is in Japanese with subtitles as well. There's no English dub to it. So if you're not really a big fan of that sort of stuff, then you may not enjoy it as much. But honestly, just give it a try. Even if this is your first time watching a Japanese film with subtitles, give it a shot. Because honestly, the character development, the Godzilla himself, and just the way the film preserves itself is so good. But that's all I have to say about Godzilla minus one. Honestly, one of my favorite films of this year. I think I'm probably gonna go watch it again. I really want to experience it in IMAX because I missed that. But yeah, really want to experience that again in the cinema before I be able to watch it at home. But guys, if you've seen Godzilla minus one, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the film, what do you think about it compared to the American versions, and if this is the first ever Godzilla film you've ever watched. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys when I catch you guys. Take it easy and peace.